The net result of the charges would have sent me to a federal prison for 10 years. I was in a director position at the health department, and the Attorney General's office accused me of things that were just not true. I went to one of the criminal defense lawyers there in town, and he said, "You're going up against the state attorney general? I'm not interested." Then I drove up to Salt Lake City to see somebody who had a little bit more experience. And she said, "If you're going up against the attorney general, then your best choice is to try and get the best plea bargain, and we will do our best at keeping you out of prison." And I said, "I didn't do these things." I then came in contact with a defense attorney, and he said, "This is not something that I can handle, but I know somebody that can." When I met with Joe, I was talking to him about what happened, and he said, "Todd, stop. I have a question. Did you do it?" And I said, "No." And he said, "That's what we're going to convince the jury."
Here was a lawyer that was going to see my husband for who he was and not just try to figure out how to stop the bleeding. He was very invested in us as a family and in Todd as a client.
I had never been in a courtroom before in my life. I was scared to death. Finally, I said, "How's it going?" And he goes, "I want you to breathe. I'll take care of everything else." On the other side of the aisle, there were 4 attorneys. And I know that Joseph had a plan for every one of them.
He literally commanded the courtroom. Everybody was engaged.
The jury foreman read the first count, not guilty. The other 3 charges were hinged upon the first one. My knees got weak, and Joseph said, "We're done."
I cannot say enough positive things about the confidence that he has. He put it all on the line. He was able to show the jury who my husband really is when all of the prosecution wanted to do was paint my husband as a criminal.